inspires you, family-wise, friends?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm so much inspired by my family. Nothing against you guys, yeah. But I definitely look up to. I've always really liked, like growing up listening to like Nelly. Who else have I always really liked? Usher, Chris Brown. Those are definitely main influences. Got that like sing-song rap. That as far as musically anyway, those are the guys that like definitely got me into it.
When did you start making music?
I've always kind of messed around as soon as like GarageBand came out. My brother and I would play around with that a bit. Then kind of making stuff towards the end of high school, but it was like kind of like more as a joke, more. And then in college, I put out a mixtape, but it was still pretty silly. It was called Far From Fly, and now I'm kind of taking it a little more seriously. So it's kind of throughout my life just done creative things.
So far, what's your best track? What do you believe is your best track? That really incorporates all your style, all your everything you per se worked for.
For sure. I go back and forth because you may have a personality or a vibe, but it doesn't mean it's always just like about one thing. So I'd say there's probably two tracks I really am into. The ones I sent Rom, Talk to Me, which is like a club vibe, fun. I'm like singing, kind of like it has a little bit of a Drake feel. And then the other one's Creepin' Tonight, which is just kind of more fun, talking fast, wordplay. So those are the two tracks I'd say that embody what I enjoy doing, what my style is.
Since you started the business, what's the hardest thing that you've learned in terms of being an independent artist?
Well, you got to have another job that can take away from, doing what you really want to do when you wake up in the morning, just because, you got to take care of, paying for things, or at least planning that out in the future. So that's definitely difficult. I'd also say it can be paying for studio time can be a struggle, especially because you want to make good music, so you don't want to go to some shitty studio. So you want to pay kind of top dollar to put out something that you can be proud of. So that can be there are plenty of challenges. I can go on.
Right, absolutely. God, I had it. Where do you want your business to be in the next 5 years, and then where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Gotcha. I'd like to get to the point, because I don't in any way consider myself the most talented guy, but I would definitely say I'm very passionate about what I do, and it's a good release, and it kind of gives you that feeling like you feel warm, like when you're doing it and when you're over, like I accomplished something that I know, like I should be doing type thing, if that makes sense. So do I really care about necessarily making it, which is what a term a lot of artists are going for? Not so much. I really just want to get really good, be kind of known around the city as a passionate guy who's gotten good at what he cares about doing. Yeah.
What are any future projects that are coming up for you?
I got a producer friend I've been friends with for a while. He's really talented. He actually made that Talk to Me's beat, which is kind of reminiscent of DJ Mustard type stuff. And he's cooking something up for me now, so I'm excited to put whatever that is together. We work well together, so I'm really excited to see what he's got for me. Yeah, in terms of that song. And as far as like a project, like a mixtape or something, I honestly, I feel like unless you're like Taylor Swift or Drake, it's not so much about that right now. At least for me, it's about putting out solid singles and just get the SoundCloud buzz going and whatever comes from that. Yeah.
What's your hometown like?
I don't want to say boring, but no, it's getting a lot more exciting. I have to say, actually, yeah, you can cut that boring part out because I know we're trying to put on for Ohio.
You're right.
Yeah, no, it's gotten a lot better. But anyway, it's fun, going out, Cleveland anyway is coming back to life, and I feel like a lot of people can feel that. So it's actually an exciting time, very exciting time to be a young Clevelander. Lots of stuff to do now. Yeah.
Rob, what do you got?
During your journey so far, have you had any conflicts?
Oh yeah. So.
And this is we want this to be real. So.
Oh, everything. Trust me, I'm as.
Let's really talk about this conflict.
I got nothing to hide. I got conflicts every day. Well, I'm from a pretty conservative family, so a lot of like just the older figures in the family just like aren't just like why do you do this type of thing. So that can like knock on your confidence a bit, you know, because these are like obviously very important people in your life. Also, I just remember at the grog shop, one of the earlier shows I was doing when I was first getting into it, doing live shows, people were like, who the hell is this guy? Like, what is he trying to do? Because I get where they're coming from a bit, just because they're more traditional rap. They don't really have many pop elements. And I'm coming in like, you know, really flashy with more fun, like club pop. And people are just, some of the guys in the crowd are going like this. So it's like, you know, that's not, you know, fun. You know, and when you're like a musical artist, that's like just the definition of putting yourself out there. So, you know, when people aren't feeling it, it can be tough to get through a performance. But then you just got to remember, like, you know, this is what I enjoy doing, so I'm going to keep doing it. So I'd say those are the conflicts.
Yeah. Anything further to say upon like what keeps you going?
For sure. Honestly, I kind of had a bit of a life-altering incident. I was actually teaching English in Vietnam, and some very bad things happened that kind of made me reassess my life, and you know, it was honestly an incident where it's just kind of like, okay, what do you actually care about? Who are you living for? Are you living to impress other people, whoever they may be, or are you living for what, you know, you're telling yourself that you should be? Like, are you living for what you know you're put on earth to be doing? And like, I've always been a creative person, whether it be visual art or anything really. And I realized, hey, like, I enjoy music. I'm done being insecure about whether someone thinks I have a good voice or good lyrically. This is what I like to do. So I'm going to do it and take it seriously. Yeah. So. Do
you put any of your Vietnam experiences, any of your Vietnam experiences in your music? Do you put any other cultures in your music?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say.
How cool was Vietnam?
Oh, it was nuts. I'd recommend going there, though. I've actually been lucky enough to travel the world, and it's top 2 countries I've been. I wouldn't say necessarily like, you know, like Vietnamese instruments or anything musical elements necessarily, but I incorporate my experiences lyrically into my music. Like, I will reference Saigon, for instance, because my music is real. Like, I don't make stuff up. Yeah.
When you say you don't make stuff up, when you say like it's very real, what part of it is insanely real?
Just it really is all experiences, stories from my life. You know, I'm not, you know, what they seem, the term is like tricking about anything, saying like I'm whipping some Ferrari when I'm not. Like you know, like I get with pretty hot girls, like I can say that confidently. So that's something I don't have to like lie. Exactly, you know, pick a struggle. But anyways, like I don't have to like lie about that. So like when it, for instance, Talk to Me is about essentially, you know, seducing a girl who is taken, which is something I feel like a lot of people can relate to these days. And it's about the girl like being extremely, you know, inspiring because she's just that hot. So it honestly like makes you want to sing. So that's kind of like where the inspiration was behind that song.
Anyone local that you'd really like to work with?
I don't, because I'm very new on the scene. I'm sure there are plenty of people, talented artists, that I'd enjoy working with. Like, for instance, I'm looking forward to checking out Rom C. Wolf's stuff. But yeah, like I'm very much so in the beginning stages, getting myself together, getting my identity together. You know, you got to figure yourself out before you really, you know, can successfully work with other people, I feel like. So
Is there a story from your life that you haven't really written about yet in a song, and tell that story?
that like I'm looking forward to.
Right. That
Yeah.
maybe, like you're in the process of writing or anything along those lines.
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't say necessarily any specific story that I'm looking to writing about. Anyway, like at this stage in my life, just being like 25 and kind of like being around the block, kind of figuring out, you know, the harsh realities of the world of like a lot of stuff and things and decisions coming down to money. A lot of my lyrics are, I would say, kind of a commentary just on kind of how money affects people and their decisions. So I got a remix anyway I'm working on, because I need to get some more original beats coming my way, about where I remix a song, and I'm talking about how pretty much, you know, people follow money, people follow attractive women, and, you know, at the end of the day, we're all telling the same story. It's just putting your personal spin on it.
What else you got?
That's.
I like the I get.
Intense.
I like the I get girls line.
I do too.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just gonna be real about
That's
stuff.
gonna be a GIF tomorrow on Facebook. I get girls. If you don't have anything.
I'm good.
Nice. First interview.
All right, well,
Check date.
IPTV.
Go. Let's get it now. Made my way out to the floor like everyone. She was like, one time, let me look in the mirror. I was like, girl, is that really what you want? Come in now, let me make the shit clearer. Something about the way you say my name. Say my name, say my name. Something about the way you move when you're coming through with your crew and hey, hey. Something about the way you drop that, girl. Drop it, drop it. So sexy, and I swear you know just what you're doing. Talk to me, won't you talk to me? Hey, hey. Won't you talk to me? Won't you talk to me? Hey. Tell me what you gonna do, hey. Don't stop the party, get play. Don't care what your boyfriend say. Tonight you having me your way. What you gonna do now? 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 It's 2 a.m. and you got me feeling that way. She said, nah, let's dance a little closer. I was like, girl, I'ma show you I'm a pro. Forget about the rest, I'm the one coming over. Something about the way you say my name. Say my name, say my name. Something about the way you move when you're coming through with your crew and hey, hey. Something about the way you drop that, girl. Drop it, drop it. So sexy, and I swear you know just what you're doing. Talk to me, won't you talk to me, yeah, yeah. Won't you talk to me, won't you talk to me, yeah, yeah. Don't stop the party, get play. Don't care what your boyfriend say. Tonight you're having me your way. Oh, what you gonna do now? Tell me what you gonna do now. Get up in my ear now. Tell me what I wanna hear now. Got nothing to fear now. Let me put it down, put it down. Get up in my ear now. Tell me what I wanna hear now. I got nothing to fear now. Let me put it down, put it down. Talk to me, won't you talk to me? Hey, hey. Won't you talk to me? Won't you talk to me? Hey, hey. Tell me what you do now. Don't stop the party, get play. Don't care what your boyfriend say. You're not carrying me your way. Tell me what you gonna do now. No, 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 no.